The WWE Universe is in mourning as devastating news shatters the foundation of one of its most iconic families. Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins have suffered the unimaginable loss of their beloved daughter, Rue, to a silent and merciless battle with pediatric cancer. What unfolded behind the curtain of performance and spectacle was a heartbreaking reality that no one could prepare for. While fans cheered for Becky as she stood tall in the ring, battling opponents and delivering powerful promos as the man, few realized the war she was truly fighting was not scripted, choreographed, or conquerable with strength or charisma. This was not a wrestling storyline, this was a private hell that unfolded in hushed hospital rooms and tear-stained phone calls. For months, whispers circulated backstage. Why did Becky seem distant? Why was her presence at events growing increasingly sporadic? Why did her intensity seem muted in interviews? Many assumed it was due to an injury or preparation for a major return storyline, but behind that veil of speculation lay a brutal truth. Rue was dying, and Becky, ever the warrior, bore that pain in silence. Not for attention or sympathy, but to preserve the last moments she had with the daughter who gave her life new purpose. She didn't want pity or headlines, she wanted time, stolen moments, one more bedtime story, one more smile in the aftermath of chemo, one more night of hope against an unbeatable foe. Through it all, Becky kept showing up, her pain hidden beneath ring gear and spotlights, while her heart shattered quietly backstage. Every entrance down the ramp, every pose on the turnbuckle, every fierce match masked the truth that she was living in two realities, the world of kayfabe and the world of grief. In one, she was the man. In the other, she was a mother checking hospital updates during commercial breaks, a mother breathing through tears just to finish a promo. And now, that battle is over. WWE confirmed in a heart-wrenching press statement that Rue, only 4 years old, passed away surrounded by her parents' love. There were no fireworks, no grand farewell. Just silence. And in that silence, the entire WWE universe wept. Fellow superstars were blindsided by the news. Bayley, one of Becky's former rivals, posted a backstage photo from years ago where she held Rue in her arms. Her caption was short but devastating, "The strongest little girl I've ever met. Rest easy, Angel." Charlotte Flair, another long-standing opponent of Becky's, was seen leaving the Performance Center visibly emotional, declining interviews, her tears doing all the talking. But the silence of Seth Rollins speaks loudest of all. Seth, usually the most vocal, charismatic presence in WWE, has vanished from public view. No tweets, no videos, no statements. The man who architected empires in WWE is now just a father crushed under the weight of unimaginable loss. And Becky, what becomes of her now? How do you walk back into a locker room when your child's laughter no longer echoes in your memory? How do you tape your fists and lace your boots when the only battle you truly cared about has ended in defeat? Becky once told an interviewer that everything she did in the ring, she did for Rue. That every victory felt sweeter imagining her daughter in the front row, clapping proudly. That every loss was bearable because Rue would still call her a champion. Now, that champion holds ashes instead of a title. The ring feels emptier, the crowd's cheers feel quieter. And the weight of what Becky carries has never been heavier. The heartbreak cuts deeper because we all watched that story unfold. From the moment Becky and Seth announced their pregnancy, fans celebrated with them. It wasn't just two superstars starting a family, it felt like WWE itself was growing. Fan art flooded the internet. Becky's maternity leave was seen as a triumph of life over business. Seth's proud posts of baby fingers and family photos became symbols of love in an industry known for chaos. Rue brought light, but now that light has dimmed. And yet, in the face of such staggering loss, Becky never turned her grief into performance. No emotional social media posts, no viral hospital pictures, no interviews fishing for sympathy, just quiet strength. Her pain was sacred, and she bore it with grace. But fans are now left with aching questions. Why didn't we know? Why didn't the WWE Universe, the millions who have chanted her name, stood in her corner, believed in her strength, get the chance to support her during the darkest fight of her life? Did corporate silence steal from her the comfort of community? Insiders say Becky wanted it private. That WWE honored her wishes. But maybe, just maybe, we as fans should ask ourselves if we were really there for her, not as performers but as people. Because Becky Lynch isn't just a headline, a main eventer, a brand. She's a mother who sang lullabies after midnight chemo, who walked into the arena with swollen eyes hidden behind makeup, who smiled for thousands when her soul was breaking into pieces. And Rue, though gone, mattered. Her story mattered. Her legacy must never be reduced to a footnote in wrestling trivia. This isn't just Becky's loss. It's all of ours. Because Rue was hope, a symbol of innocence in a world that thrives on conflict. A quiet presence that reminded us all why we care so deeply about these larger-than-life characters. In a world where everything is amplified for ratings, Rue never needed a microphone to be heard. Her story, though brief, left a lasting impact. And now, to every parent who has ever lost a child, to every fan who once believed wrestling was just scripted entertainment, this is your reality check. This is real, painfully, brutally real. There's no heel turn here, no redemption arc waiting in the wings. Just a mother and a father clutching each other in a house that now feels too quiet. And maybe that's what truly hurts, knowing that we all witnessed the beginning of this family's joy, only to now stand helpless at the end of its most precious chapter. Rue never got her moment on the ramp. Never heard a crowd chant her name. Never got to wear glitter and boots like her mother. But she left behind something stronger than legacy, she left behind love. And that love, though heavy with grief, will never fade. So if you've ever screamed Becky's name from the stands, worn her shirts, mimicked her catchphrases, then now is the time to truly honor her. Not with chants, but with compassion. Not with posts, but with presence. Let us be the voices she no longer has the strength to raise. Let us carry her pain with her. Because behind every belt, behind every entrance theme, there is a human story. And this one deserves to be remembered not as a tragedy, but as a testament to a mother's strength, a father's love, and a little girl who reminded the wrestling world what really matters. Rest in peace, Rue. You were never just a child of champions, you were a champion of hearts.